All right, boys. So now we're going to read our word family tales. Our word family this week is going to be at. So our story is called A Bat Named Pat. Oops, there you go. My mother and I had a nice long chat about getting a pet like a dog or a cat. So there's our at words. Chat, cat. But I told her I really wanted a bat. But I told her I really want a bat, not a fish or a bird or a dog or a cat. So there's some of our at words. There's bat, cat, at words. If I had a bat, I would name her Pat. Her collar would say Pat the Bat. So there's some more at words. Pat, bat, pat, bat. I'd make her some supper, 2 spiders, 1 gnat, and all sorts of spooky bugs like that. Look at that. She's making her bat dinner. There's her dinner. And there's our at words. Let's find them. Gnat, that. I'd pet her little head, pat, pat, pat. I'd sing lullabies as she sat on her mat. Ooh, we got lots of at words. There's pat, sat, mat. She'd sleep all day with her wings folded flat. I would always know just where she was at. There's our at words. Flat, at. But when the moon got round and fat, she'd leave our bedroom habitat. Ooh, there's a big at word, habitat. And remember, we've talked before that habitat is the place where animals live. We've talked about it a long time ago. Habitat, bat. That's our words, our at words on that page. Oh, she's got some bat friends. And swoop out the window just like that to meet her pals, a nice bunch of bats. There's that. And bats, that has an S at the end. That means there's more than one. They'd flutter around like acrobats, then sit in my tree for bat chit-chats. Again, there's AT words that end in S because there's more than one. Acrobats means there's more than one. Bat and chit-chats. It's kind of what you boys do when when we have some free time at school. Oh, she's bringing her bat to school for show and tell. On show and tell day, I'd wear a tall hat, and on my shoulder there'd be Pat. Hat, pat. Maybe we should do show and tell when we come back to school. Okay. At first, some kids might want her to scat. That means go away, scat, scat. But after a while, they'd start to love Pat. You see her tag right there says Pat the Bat. Scat, pat. There's our AT words. I really hate to be a brat, but I want a bat, and that is that. So a brat is a kid that's not very good, or that is just kind of wants their way. See? Brat, bat, that. Try as I might, Mom said no to the bat. So I'd like you to meet my new cat named Pat. So Mom said no to the bat. She said no bat. I wouldn't let my kids have a bat either. So that's the end of our story, and we're going to answer some questions. So, let's see. What was our characters in the story? What were our characters in the story? Well, we know we have a mother and a girl, but I don't think they tell us the girl's name. They just say I. So she is the narrator in the story. She's telling the story. So she says, my mother and I had a nice long chat. But they did give us three character names. They said Mom, the bat named Pat, and the cat named Pat. And at the end of the story, the narrator told us that, they were going to read stories, and they showed us that in the picture. The bat would eat supper. The narrator would pat her bat on the head. And she told us that bats sleep all day. That means that they're nocturnal. Nocturnal means that bats sleep all day, and then they play at night. I hope none of you are nocturnal. And then Pat the bat went out to play with her friends. And then she would take the bat to show and tell. And at the end of the story, Mom said no to the bat. Even though the narrator had lots of good reasons, Mom said no thank you to the bat. So she got a cat instead. All right, boys. That's our story, our word family story for today. We'll read it again tomorrow, and I want you guys to think about words that end in at. A-T. Like, my marker, like, bat. Can you see that? And cat. And bat. And I want you, with your moms or your dads, to either get on the group chat, on the group text, or get on Schoology and tell me some at words that you know. So we're looking for at words. Okay? Bye, guys.